And just like that, we live once again on this good Wednesday.
Someday, yes.
Yes, Sunday. This is Key and Carrie where we key.
And we carry.
I'm Damon,
I am Troy.
and we here, got through the technical difficulties, the double shift, like that.
Uh,
But yeah, this is our review for Bad Boys Club season. I don't think this is a season, has a season, but Bad Boys Reunited.
yes, Bad Boys Club
Episode 8. I forgot the name. I never remember the name, but
Fallouts.
Fallout. Okay,
Fallout. S.
interesting.
Plural.
Yes,
Um,
multiple.
shout out to the girls that do the plural and singular. Because I hate when people say women when they mean woman. Oh, you a woman. Anyway, we're not here to give English lessons. As John said, this is Ken Carey with Q motherfucking Carey.
Yes,
Shout out to the people that are gonna watch this on the playback. Shout out to the
yes,
people that are gonna join us tonight on this fucking review. Shout out to Gemini Films. Baby, I'm a little lit. So it's not up, but it's kind of up. I do have my drink. I
yes.
feel like
So what you sipping on? Let's be
you already
fun.
know. You already know. I don't really deviate. I mean, sometimes I do,
Oh.
but when I do not drink this, I end up in trouble. So,
How much in
um,
trouble do you end up?
well, let me say, if I drink another liquor that is not said bottle, I end up in trouble. That's off the record. That's the conversation me and you would have off the record. So you're trying to be shady, you're trying to set me up. Anyway, shout out to
You're
everybody
getting a bad boy
with us
vibe.
tonight.
Okay.
Yon, do you want to tell the people how your day was? What's going on with you, baby? You just recently came back to Detroit.
Yes, yes, yes.
To spend the weekend together hanging out. Baby,
Yeah,
eating good food. Yes.
yes, yes. I was in Detroit. Went to see my family. Saw Troy, of course. We should have did like a little live or something together. I'll be back soon, so maybe like we can do it then.
We
But
should, we can't really get our shit together with the schedule lives, no shade.
yes,
Trying to throw like a
you
little
definitely be going through
sometimes
it.
we
Yeah.
can. I feel like sometimes we can, but I don't know.
It's like when your dad is
Not
like,
going nowhere.
"Oh, I'll take you to Disney World," and then like you don't see him for 3 months, something like that.
But
Oh my god.
also, before the girls read me, somebody gonna be like, Trey, it's like summer. Why are you in a hoodie or in a jacket zipped up to your neck? Baby, I'm in Michigan and the weather is
Weather.
acting more nutty than a little bit. So yesterday it was like 80 degrees, 85 degrees. Today it's like mid 60s, but it's like breezy, kind of cool. So to avoid me getting sick, any type of head cold, I'm staying like I'm keeping my body warm. It's being used to being in 90-degree weather, so I feel like
Mhm.
that's a lot. Somebody gonna be like, "Yo, drugs." I feel like I just went. I
Why
feel
was
like
I?
I just kind of went to one of those.
Well, why was
Elaborate.
I thinking
Anyway,
that though?
John, do you want to let
Like
the
I was
know?
thinking like not to indulge, but I was thinking like you being like in that. I'm like, what's going on? It's the summer. No, but yes, I get why you have to explain yourself. But yes,
Oh my
get
gosh.
back to the topic at hand. Bad boy. Oh
Any
my
fucking
god.
way.
All right.
Yeah, yes. Do you want to let the girls and the guys know your opinions and thoughts
Girl,
on Bad Boys Club Reunited, episode 8 Fallouts? What did you think
Fallout.
of this episode?
Fallout. It was a lot of drunk antics. I'll say that for sure. A lot of drunk things going on. And I'm glad that like we're doing this live under some sort of influence because I feel like we're matching the vibes of this episode. Like so many
True.
drunk fights, so many drunk conversations. Um, but yeah, I thought it was a decent episode. I kind of want them to like go hiking or something. I'm waiting for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but yeah, it was cute. Um, the scene when they're in that closet talking about justice was a key. That was hilarious. And looking at Justin and who was it? Justin and Case. Like every time, because it was really Tynell
And
it was really
Lilo that was
Tynell and Lilo that were carrying. Um, but I feel like Justin and Kate were like, ooh, like every time they would say something crazy, they would look at the camera like,
that
dog,
yeah
like they on the
that
offensive
confessional
line.
scene had me like I was screaming. Like
Yeah,
I'm living for Lilo and Tynell this season.
yeah, they're a key. They're a key.
Hilarious.
But what did you think of the episode?
I thought it was like you said an okay episode.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they were able or could do more. Um, no shade to production, but I'm still wondering who decided to film this in the middle of a blizzard. Um, Listen, anytime I travel, I make sure the week prior to me leaving it's sunny, beautiful weather. Me like taking off and landing, me coming
Mm-hmm.
back home, all of that. I just want to make sure that So no shade to them, but baby, you can't get me in the middle of nowhere in a blizzard and expect me to live with like six other niggas. And
I mean, blizzards. How long do blizzards last? It's not like it's like I don't know. I mean,
sometimes
like
like a day, I don't know, a blizzard could just be
you saying
blizzard.
you don't want to be trapped in the house with those people.
Yeah, I don't want to be
That's what
snowed in.
you say. Okay.
I don't want to be snowed in.
I was like, I mean, they can't really help it, but yeah, I also would not want to be trapped with that. That
Plus,
would
bitch, we would have got some shovels. It's like 10 people in the house. We would have got some shovels and we would have got the fuck outside.
got to
We
work.
would have made some shit happen.
I can see that. Yeah, we would have got to work.
We
Definitely
would
got
have
to
made some shit happen. Like, oh shade, but they up in New Hampshire, baby.
work.
Maybe it's best that 10 black men stay put. You know what? I'm not even gonna do that.
Yes.
10 black men stay put in the house and not startle any neighbors that aren't really.
They was turning heads in that restaurant, so I don't know. You might be right, unfortunately.
I don't want them to startle any Trumpies that might be living in the New Hampshire
Very
woods.
bad, very bad. But yeah,
Anywho,
um,
we
they said black and gay. Like, they was gonna be bad.
my goodness.
But yeah, do we want to get into the episode, or do we want to
Yes. Let's keep this motherfucker moving.
keep this
Word to
moving?
baby girl from the Boondocks.
I thought I had my notes open. I guess not. But do you still have like a favorite?
Right now it's Lilo.
Lilo? Okay.
Right now
Which
my Lilo.
is Lilo's jail antics? I feel like he's moving like he's on 60 days in or something. Like he definitely in his mind is like, oh, this is prison now. Just the way he talks and the way he handles conflict and just the things he's been doing, I feel like is definitely giving prison vibes. It's the flag. It's the flag.
Yes, Lilo is nutty and I'm living.
Yeah. I'm looking for Tynell. I think Tynell is funny. Um, and the accent, I feel like is doing like 90% of the comedic work, but I feel
Yes,
like it's
yes,
still,
absolutely. Tynell and that thick ass Boston accent.
yes, I live
Mm-hmm.
for it. But yeah. So episode 8. Name of the episode again?
Fallouts.
Fallout. Okay, so Fallout episode 8. We open back up with Lilo versus Justice, and like I'm still confused by this. Um, if you see the thumbnail, homeboy domestic violence, like weren't they just in an intimate situation and now they fighting? Like I feel like it's kind of problematic. Like I
Very
feel like it's
problematic,
yeah.
yes.
But yeah, it's kind of problematic to me. Like I just feel like have a little grace for each other, you know.
Mm.
But yeah, this drunk fight, um, surprise, 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 gagged me, and I think I was in the comments. It gagged some of y'all too. But Justice basically just twirling Lilo. Like,
Mhm.
what were your thoughts?
This fight was it was funny because they were both drunk
Mm-hmm.
and it could have been like just what's the word that I'm looking for when something doesn't need to happen.
It was unnecessary, maybe.
Yes, unnecessary. I was gonna say the fight could have been unprovoked, but it was unnecessary. Lilo versus Justice round 2 and 3, baby. Something
Mm-hmm.
about this tussle gave me this is for Thug and Love. Deep cut. Now remember when Thug and Gangsta Licious Boondocks
Yeah.
Shout out to my Bulldog stands out there. Remember when Gay Delicious was in the woods and his man ran down on him and was like, "This is you. This is for Thug and Love. This is what this fight gave me."
He was about to shoot him, and then he went for a kiss. Riley was
Kissed him
gone.
and then was
You
about to
are
put
talking
two on
about
his
the
ass.
fight.
Not the Uncle Raheem two in the butt,
Yeah.
but this is what this fight gave me that scene for some reason. Then on
I'm
top
telling
of
you, it was
that,
given prison.
I
I
said
feel like Thug
Lilo
was in prison
is in
at
there
the end.
thumping in this damn inmate tuxedo. Now you
Yeah.
know they're in the woods in New Hampshire. Imagine if some old white couple is just on some people time shit, and they see an inmate next door to them thumping, and
Because he is dressed as an
how the
inmate.
fuck you
See,
supposed to respond to
that's
that?
the part of it.
Like Lilo in there thumping in that inmate suit, baby. I said this is a lot.
The flash and the jumpsuit are sending me. It's a combo. Like,
Yeah, I said this fight was it didn't need to happen. I'm kind of glad that it happened because I just immediately following the fight, it just seemed like everybody forgot about it. I was like, okay, this is good.
yeah. I
It's
feel like
like
so much is
see, that's why
happening.
it didn't need to happen. But I did want to. I know that like who the fuck was that screaming in the background? Like the fight was not that intense or that
It
dramatic.
wasn't that serious. I think they were also just shocked. They were also like, yeah, they were also pretty shocked. I think. But
I was just like, yeah, shut your ass up and break this damn swan dance up.
easy.
Like,
not the swan dance.
Lilo and
baby dance?
they gave it up. I'm like I said, I don't like condone violence, or I'm not for resolving issues for like violence, but they had to get their way. Like that fight was funny. Watching drunk people just interact in general is just funny, but to fight,
it
is just go ahead and entertain.
Yes, to be honest, Diane, I'm surprised. But yeah, shout out to Justice for doing his big one. And if somebody asks why I keep looking over here, it's my notes are here. And Troy, you're here, but like in a bigger picture. So I feel like I'm looking here because that's really where you are. Like that's the biggest part of you or whatever. Just in case anybody asks why I'm looking over here. But anyway, I said this is why you don't start shit drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like that's a number one. Like, don't start shit drunk unless you can fight well drunk. If you can't fight well drunk, then I would keep my mouth shut. Because I feel like they were playing. Even Lilo said like they were playing, and then like all of a sudden he was like, "Don't play with me." It's almost like when you're playing with like a cat and they're like being playful, and then all of a sudden they scratch you like I don't know what. I feel like that's what Lilo was giving. Like this was all fun, and then I punched you in the face. It was like
I feel like the fight got serious because Lilo. No shade, you know I love Lilo. Living for Lilo. Lilo realized that he lost the first 2 rounds, and then he turned up the 3rd round.
But even said, before that, I wonder even before that, before they fought the. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. You gotta explain.
My goodness. But like you said, the first 2 rounds is kind of like more playful. Like, because I literally thought they was just like, roughhousing.
I see.
And then I feel like the 3rd round after Lilo kind of was like, "Oh, you smiling." I feel like that's when Lilo had to get up on his good foot, and and he had to kind of do his big one. But you mad. I know you mad. I said not Lilo trying to dismember fucking Justice's leg. Like, let that man leg go. Like, baby, that's how you know you mad. You know you want to tear bitches stress when you got to hold to him and you just can't let it. Yeah, Lilo was mad, baby.
It's crazy because I did not even pick up on the fact that the first 2 rounds they were play fighting. Because honestly, it always looks like they're play fighting. To be honest, like not to be funny. Like, don't come for me, but it just always looks like they're play fighting. So like those first 2 rounds, it was slower. I just thought it was because they were drunk. Like I just thought they were, I thought they were like drunk, so like just being like fighting is harder for them. But I didn't know they were play fighting. But interesting.
I think they were actually. So this is what I'm sorry, I'm a little tipsy. So the first 2 rounds were actually fighting. It looked like they were play fighting, but I feel like Lilo didn't take the fight serious until he heard that Justice was like smiling while they were fighting.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So that third
Okay,
round,
because
Lilo got to
Lilo.
come back with a vengeance. It was like that's when I feel like this the third round was like way more serious than like the first two rounds. Like
Okay,
I
I
feel
see.
like Lilo was actually like really pissed off the third round versus the rounds 1 and 2.
Okay, I
But
thought they were like literally like flirty play fighting the first time. And I was
it,
like, it looked like they were fighting to me, but I get what you mean now. He really put his, he got up on his good foot. He really put that, you know, because now he's fighting for his life. I mean, not literally, but like fighting for his respect. Like it's prison. I feel like I can draw so many like parallels from prison to this show. Like
it
so
is.
many parallels. But anyway, but yeah, they fight, which again unnecessary. Um, and so after that, they oh, they kind of give their commentary on the fight, and I thought this was also funny because like each people, it's kind of how like you know how like two main female rappers are decent, and then they got they friends that come alongside of them that support them. I feel like that's what this is giving. Like they fought, and now like Tynell's like, oh yeah, you know, Lilo did his big one, literally, you know, he got that last one, and then I feel like Darian is like, oh, like shout out to Justice, Justice,
Mm-hmm.
you know, redeemed himself. So I'm just like, okay, y'all taking sides.
I
Um,
did people when Tynell was like, Lilo got the last round. I was like, I wonder what happened to those first two rounds. You know, I left for Lilo.
it's the fact that he couldn't say that he beat his ass like emphatically, like he couldn't say it like um he
Mm-hmm.
couldn't say it like not emphatically. What's the word I'm trying to think of? He couldn't say it like, oh, he got all three rounds. But like he's like, you got that one though. So you got that one. Shout out to you. I said, okay, that's a friend. They gonna find a
Oh
positive.
my
They
gosh.
gonna like they gonna find like they gonna find where you did well and they gonna support that.
I
But
did say that Case or KC as Tynell calls him. I did say that Case clocked it. Like he did say that Lilo was gonna be itching for a fight and that he was gonna get whooped. Now I'm living for Lilo. Lilo, I'm living for you this season, but how you gonna pepper spray a bitch and run? That's what it's giving. How you gonna pop on a bitch and then not be ready to fight? And then be like, I feel satisfied to that third round. How you gonna pop and then be not ready to do the D in the first round? Like you needed 3 rounds, so I'm living for
I don't
Lilo.
know.
Lilo is nutty, but it was a lot going on. Like
I feel like there's something else at play here. I don't know what's going on, especially
I
since
feel like
this show
Lilo
kind of their dicks.
still
I don't
wants
understand.
justice, and instead of just being like I'm so attracted to you, he's just gonna they're gonna fight.
Trying to fight. Okay. Ugh. Okay.
Because even after the fight, well, we'll get to it, but yeah, Lilo is Lilo is kind of all over the goddamn place. But I'm living.
Yeah. It's given prison. It's given. I was your bottom bitch here. Like I thought I was your
Nah,
your not bottom bitch. Yeah. Well, I thought I was
bottom
your
bitch, definitely bottom bitch.
and now remember that not remember that like I think it was an episode of Beyond Scared Straight, or it might have been a season, but it was like a bunch of like they took us into like the LGBTQ unit. That's where we got that meme. Like I was waiting on you at the door. It was
Yes,
like the whole. I feel like that's what this is like, because I'm thinking about like how this is like prison as well. So I feel like
I can
it's
see
like
that.
both of those. It's the
Yeah,
LGBTQ version of Beyond Spirit Straight.
very much so,
Yeah, but
very much so.
yeah, after they fight, everybody is clearly drunk. I wanted to note that. You see, you see Lilo sitting on Case's lap in his underwear. He also had a lighter tucked in his underwear, which I was like, okay, like this is
Yeah,
cute. This
no,
is ghetto. I was like, but this is an aesthetic that I would probably do. Like this is something that I would live
it
for.
should have been pepper spray. That's what it should have been.
Honestly, after those first two rounds, yes, it should have been pepper
It
spray.
should have been pepper spray. I'm gonna just throw that out there.
Oh my god. But yes. Um but yeah, they oh, I missed the did I miss the closet talk?
Yes, the confessional.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, I skipped over the closet confessional. Closet confessional. We should have named our podcast Closet Confessional.
Isn't there a HBO show called Closet Confessionals or something like that? Oh,
Mm-mm.
Taxi Cab Confessions. Never mind.
No, nothing like that. Yeah, you wouldn't be giving but Closet Confessional. But anyway, but yeah, this is I guess part of them like talking about like how they feel about the fight or whatever. But Lilo, Tynell, and then Justin and Case are in the closet having a confessional. Which I think is just where they had confessionals. But they were just like talking about like the fight, and then somebody asked like, I thought you was feeling justice. Now y'all went from having to fighting, like I don't understand. And so they started talking about like, oh, like his attractiveness, I guess you could say. They were saying like, oh, he looks, how he looks good in person. He looks the same in person as he looks on IG. And I said, okay, period, no face to him. I'm here for that. And then after that, how did you feel about the talk about the um the peace talk, if you know what I mean? How did you feel about that?
I said the girls are talking. The girls talk about the
They
niggas
are.
too.
They are. That's how I knew
Anywho,
they were under
I
the
said,
influence.
see, this is when this I found this interesting because I don't, Lilo, how you go from like putting hands on a man to talking about he got a third leg, possibly a fourth leg. I was like, this. It sounds like Lilo is regretting this tussle. It sounds like he should have been slapping the fourth leg instead of slapping
I think
Justice.
that's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. But you notice how he kept saying like to Tynell, like, oh, but he wanted you though. He wanted you. I feel like that's where this whole thing really comes from. Because I feel like Lilo definitely had some type of animosity towards Justice, but I think
Mm-hmm.
because he wanted Tynell, like, and Lilo was also just looking for a reason to stump on somebody. Like, I feel like he just came in the house raging, if you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, what is your take on it? This is the part that gagged me the most. If we were doing our old format, I would say this was the shadiest moment.
Yeah,
Not
most
shady.
definitely. The whole talk about justices, and then Lilo was like, "It's just bigger than me," and he wasn't even on her. I said the fact that this conversation was so graphic,
It's very graphic.
this is like goodness. Like,
I was like, oh my god,
yeah,
like
Lilo was in that bitch wilding. Like, you
I
flashed Lilo
think,
me, or let me say, you flashed Lilo like a fourth flag. He is
yeah.
in awe, baby. It's like I guess it's like throwing a dog a bone. No shade.
He said even I was gagged, so it must really be like
I guess
it must
justice
be
is.
something.
Oh
But
my girl. I guess it's really giving that.
you know what's crazy? I feel like I've only had this like these this level of intimate conversations in person. So to like watch a show and hear, like I feel like I'm like eavesdropping. Like, should I be listening to this? Like, I'm not a part of this. Like, but yeah, it was very, very. They were giving Justice his his flowers though. Apparently,
Did you catch the part where Lilo was like, it's about 9.5 inches? And Justice turned, not Justice, Justin turned to Lilo like, that's big. And Lilo was like, yeah, that's big. I'm like, not Justice, not Justin being a size queen.
I'm not surprised.
Not Miss
I'm
Pound
serious.
Cake being a size
Yes,
queen.
he said that's big. I crazy.
Baby. That tells me everything that I need to know about Justin.
Mhm.
Well, not really everything.
Where's he from? In New York?
I think Justice. Why do I keep calling him Justin and Justice?
Yeah,
Justin. Yes,
yeah.
I believe it's from New York.
Okay. Well, I know he's from New York. I'm just wondering, like, where in New York is he from?
Oh,
But
okay.
that's funny though. That's big. He said, "Speak to me." You know what it's kind of giving? You're into that. You're not. Like, whoa, learn something new about you.
Anyways.
but
Anyways.
um, but yeah, I think. All right, my notes got a little turned up. Um, but yeah, they were in the confessional talking about that whole situation. And I'm sorry. Do you know the next scene? Trying to,
Diego and Justice, their drunken conversation.
oh, right. Okay, so my notes are correct. Sorry. Um, it's the influence. You know what I mean. But anyway, so yeah, Justice and Diego have a drunk convo. Um, I thought that this was hilarious. I felt bad for Diego because I feel like Diego really be feeling the way he feel, but from the
Mhm.
outside looking in, it's just so funny. And then he be drunk on top of it, so it's just kind of like
Yeah.
but he really is Judy. Like he really is Judy from UGC. Like honestly, like anybody if anybody would be Judy, it's him. But anyway, um, I'm tired of them having waiting to get drunk to have serious combos. I feel like it makes me want to laugh when I should not be laughing at it. But it's because they're drunk that it's like I just can't not find it funny. But um but yeah, I said I can't take them seriously when they drunk. Um so basically like I feel like Diego felt away because he's close to justice and I guess he asked, do you think I've changed since since the season we were on and he's like, no. Which like Justice, why didn't you just indulge him? Like why like I feel like this is when you be like messing with your like little cousin, like as a kid. Like you make them
Right.
cry, like you say
Definitely
something to
supposed to
them.
be supportive. He was just like, no. I'm
Yeah.
like,
And
damn.
I'm just like, why are you agitating this man?
But
But
I feel like in Justice's defense, he did twirl Lilo for 2.5 rounds. So he's probably just over
yeah,
the whole night. Like,
true. He was tired. I could see
over
where
it.
he was
Yeah.
coming from.
Yeah.
I can see where he's coming from, but I did not expect for them to have this in-depth conversation about their friendship while drunk. Which I mean, it kind of makes sense because people tend to do that when they're drunk. But yeah, I was just kind of like, this is one of those scenes where it kind of like lingered on for a little too long for me. How do you feel?
I Granted, I know that they were drunk. Like you said, I kind of wish that not Diego. I wish that Justice had handled Diego just like a bit more gently. Like we know
Mm-hmm.
that Diego is like an emotional drunk, so instead of kind
Yeah,
of like shutting him down or was like shutting him off, just embrace him. Um, I also wish that Justice had gave Diego like an example of where he sees Diego's, I guess, lack of growth, or where he could see an
yeah,
area or where Diego could grow in. He just was like, "Oh, you haven't grown." And I was like, "Well, can you give him an example or something?" Maybe he did. I just didn't hear it, but um, I don't know. Justice just closed off from the conversation. Like I said, it's not funny, but maybe if I'm vibing, I'm sorry to any of my friends, my
you
family.
are gonna fuck up the vibe if you're like, have I changed as a person? Like, oh, now
Yeah,
you making
like
it seem,
please, like
yeah,
not when we're drunk, not
we're
when we're
just going to be light. Because then if it's no, then like you said, then we have this in-depth negative, like
yeah,
traumatic
and the vibe is
conversation.
just
Yeah,
it's
and then
just
the vibe is
not.
killing. Yeah,
And it's gonna be like anytime I get drunk, it's gonna be like, oh, like this bitch is gonna like want to talk about no shit to Diego, but it's like this bitch is gonna want to talk about his
I'm
feelings.
fucking
This bitch is
serious.
gonna talk about her feelings, and it's like we can do that when we're sober,
Right.
like clear minds, clear tongues, clear hearts. But please, if I'm inebriated, do not come to me to talk about your feelings.
Yeah, but
Actually, I
that's
will
what
say
people
off the record.
did.
No,
You know,
shout out to my nigga Andy. We had a conversation after the award ceremony last year. Babe, we was drunk as fuck. Spilling tea. Crazy because there was an older white man, our coworker, standing right next to us, drunk as hell, didn't pick up on nothing that we were talking about. Baby. And I'll tell you, we were spilling tea during that conversation, Andy and myself. And the dude was literally standing like 2 feet away from us. And I'm thinking, like, damn, Andy, like, shut the fuck up. This nigga can hear. Homeboy ain't pick up on nothing. He was gone. We was gone. So listen, listen.
that I'm really good at acting drunk. What if a coworker was just acting like they wasn't paying attention just
He
so
would
they
have
could
caught
act?
some bear mix the next day. He would have caught some bear mix the next day.
Jesus.
he would have called some Bear Mason the next day. You know, I got some on order for time.
I'm sure. I'm sure. And it's the one that the big can, so you could just.
Yes, you hold it and I might need two hands. Two hands. That's what they should have named it. I might need two hands to use that bitch. Anyway,
I'm sure. But I said Diego.
yes.
Diego said something that resonated with me. Probably the one of the biggest things that resonated with me the entire episode. He said that like being vulnerable, it's an advantage to other people, and that's why he doesn't want to be vulnerable because
Mm-hmm.
like it it gives people the upper hand. And I said like that can be the case, but I feel like you should be vulnerable no matter what. Because how can you grow in your relationship and like you as a person if you're not vulnerable? So like I feel like it's more about discernment and like not like knowing who you can and can't be vulnerable with versus
Mm-hmm.
like, I can't be vulnerable at all. Like
Right.
maybe don't be vulnerable with nobody in this house, no shade, because like they haven't created the space for you to be comfortable enough to be vulnerable, you know. So it's like if it's not something you don't mind sharing, you can share it, but
Yes.
it's not a safe space. Like no shade, this is like going to prison and like being like I can tell them my deep dark secrets. Like no, which I understand where Diego's coming from because I feel like he just wants everybody to be cool and to get along. The show I think Diego wants it to be is the show that I want it to be. I want them to bond more and
Mm-hmm.
like really talk about like really have fun and just like talk to each other about like their lives and things like that. You know, like we can get the drama of course, but like I just feel like we don't really know them as people on the show, you know? And I feel like that's what Diego wants. But
Mm-hmm.
that's not what the show gonna be. So if you know, just know that that's not the space that they're trying to be in, if that makes sense.
I agree, but I feel like you said, Diego has to know who to be vulnerable with. I feel like if Diego had this conversation with somebody like maybe Bonnie, the conversation might have went differently. I honestly feel like if this conversation had happened with Bonnie, they both would have been in the bathroom crying.
Okay. Wait. You said with Ronnie?
With Bonnie.
Oh, with Bonnie. Okay, yes, I can see that. They do
Ronnie,
give each
not you talking
other.
about Ronnie from the Friends Club?
I didn't know who you were talking about. I was like Ronnie. Um.
Yeah, from with Bonnie. I feel like
Okay.
this
Yeah, I
conversation
can see
happened
that.
with Bonnie. Like another thing, just not Justice, Diego, um, he told Justice like me and you are, I guess we talk more than anybody in the house, but that kind of doesn't reflect in Diego and Justice's interactions.
Hmm.
Like when Diego, I'm sorry, I'm getting these boys' names all mixed up.
I know. I'm trying to follow.
Goodness, when fucking Justice came in the house with Marquise and Darian, you know, they were throwing their shade at Diego, and Justice was right there, kind of not really saying much, but not really defending Diego. And then
Right.
Diego and Justice did the confessional like right after, and I was like, oh, look at Justice being kind of two faced. So
Yeah.
I kind
I
of
mean,
feel like Diego might think. I think Diego might feel that Alex is not Alex. Diego might feel that Justice is a friend more than Justice feels that Diego is a friend. If that makes sense.
I can see that. I can see that. I feel like I just feel like he's more genuine with his feelings. Like versus other people, it's like, okay, it is what it is.
I can
I feel
see
like he sees this more as an opportunity for like brotherhood and
that.
like
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And I feel like other people are like, I'm just on the show. Like if I click with you, I click with you, but like they're not as sentimental about it, which I understand, I guess. But look at us finding some meaning in these drunk rambles. I'm like, okay, period. But yeah, so I said, D is the realest in the building. I said it, don't at me. And the D stands for Diego, of course, because I realized there are multiple D's in the house. But anyway, But yeah, I said realist in the house. Realist in the house. Like I feel like he's the most genuine out of all of them. So um and I said I would love to be friends with Diego. I know we just recently interviewed him. I feel like he has such a good energy. I said as long as he's not saying nigga, I feel like we could be the best of friends. Like we could be the best of friends. Like I'm saying. I'm saying.
Baby, can I just say I love that the black community has their neck on the Spanish girl's neck for saying nigga in
I'm
2024.
just saying, not
Like,
everybody
let me just say, I mean, I
does.
love that the black community is got their girl that they foot on the Spanish, Latin, the Latin X girls next for saying nigga. Like,
No.
no.
I just don't understand how that became. I mean, I get how it became a thing, but the way some people try to like, I guess, argue around it, like, it's just like, no, but you're not black though.
Thank
So
you.
it's like, but that's not black.
Because you're
So,
around black people does not
but,
make you. Like, baby, I'm around like white people like at least 90% of my day. That does
yeah.
not make me a white man. Like,
Let us not get too carried away. I feel like we on the phone or something.
well, you know what? And I got to go to work in the morning, and, so.
I feel like I'll be like, oh, I'm forgetting that. I'm like, oh, we're not just talking on the phone, but yes, I feel like he would be a good friend. I feel like he would be very genuine. He's chaotic, but I feel like he means well. I guess I say all that to say. But so then we got this this prison. I call it a prison circle because in my mind they're in prison. But Darian, Justin, and Case. I said Darian wanted Case's attention so bad, and he's getting it now. So I wonder how he feel about that. He's getting all the attention that he worked up to get the night before, or the night, yeah, the evening before, or whatever.
I said
So
he got it. He
I said, okay,
attention from a black man. Okay.
a black man. We gonna see
Okay.
that. We gonna see that happen. I can't even say anything against it because yeah. Um, I said, what were they waking Darian up for? That's what I was curious about.
I
I
think they
was
was
like,
letting
why
the
are
camera
y'all
know
doing
that it
this?
was consensual.
Okay,
That's why
I
they was
mean, you
waking
got
Darian.
to.
That's why they was
Got
waking Darian up.
I said, okay. And I said, not this night footage. Like, because it was like one of
Baby,
those,
it always go down with the Gemini films night footage, baby.
it should have been night vision.
Remember shots our girl Brea and night vision, man. She turned around to the camera. I said, my goodness.
Oh my
I
God.
was going
You want to talk
anywho.
about one night in Paris?
Yeah, they woke Darian up to let Darian know, or to let the audience know that it was consensual. Now,
Right.
is Darian a mulatto widow?
I can see that. I can see that. Because this is what, number three? Which I'm not slut shaming. I feel like do
That
you?
we
I
know
know
of.
some people in the comments, y'all be wilding in the comments of the actual episode. Like that's kind of crazy. Like y'all be going in on Darian for him being with other single people. I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand.
For him
But
being sexually fluid.
I
What's wrong
don't
with
know if
that?
that's what that means. Maybe not sexual,
Oh, you know
promiscuously.
what? You're
Or
right.
maybe
Not sexually fluid. I was gonna say
sexually.
loose, but he's not loose.
That's
Adventurous. He's having
I would
fun.
say adventure
He's having
experience.
fun.
Yeah, he's
He's
having
having
fun.
fun. No Cindy Lauper.
He's a hot boy. Could you imagine him on Hot Boys of Houston? That would be a mess.
Oh, him and August will be battling for King Lightskin.
I think so.
I will be here for
Him,
that.
August, and maybe Jordan. But I feel like Darian and Jordan would that would be a link up I'm willing to see for sure.
That's toxic.
I would love to
That
see
is so
that
toxic.
that link up. That link up would be very very messy. But yeah,
That's
because
nutty.
at some point they're gonna turn on each other, and it's just gonna be like a
It's gonna be over a black man too. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm
we keep derailing. I'm sorry. Um, thank you to anybody who decides to watch our rambling. But yes. Um,
Oh my goodness. I'm
okay,
sorry.
so okay, couple of things happen after that. Darian ends up selling a house. He's like on the phone with, I don't know who that person was. I don't know if he sold it on like a team of other real estate realtor people or whatever, but finds out that he sold a house. He was really excited about it. Um, and it was nice to hear that he did that. It kind of brought me back to like, because they've been like just on in the cabin for so long that it's like,
Mhm.
I mean, they did go to like that restaurant last episode, but like just to hear like something that happened like back home was nice.
Right.
Because they don't really talk to their people from back home really. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
I
I
think
said shout out to Darian.
yeah.
Well, the shout out on like selling out. Let me say congratulations to
Hmm.
Darian for selling the house. He's on his elite shit from BGCA, his cutting out shit. She sold that $1.2 million house. Darian closed on a $1 million home. So
Yes.
I said big congratulations to Darian. I also said moving forward after this scene, I will not be reviewing any scenes involving Darian. Just
Now
because
how that's gonna work?
don't have time. I'll let you do all the
So I
speaking.
just gotta talk about how I feel about Darian. Are you gonna call him redacted now? Like what's going on?
I just no redacted. If there's a scene that comes to Darian, I'll just stop speaking. You
Okay.
take the floor. That scene ends. I'll chime back in the conversation.
Hey, what's the beef?
There's no, there's really no beef. It's just that young man is toxic and like insufferable. So
Okay.
my
I think
spirit is him talking about him. So I just prefer not
Jesus.
to go down that road. So
Okay. You know what? It is what it is. Um, okay. Well, I did want to say that I said shout out to Darian for selling that house, but now he just needs to make an honest man out of case. Go ahead and put a ring on that finger. Like, might as well at this point. Like, but yes, shout out to him for that. Um, I said Darian wakes up Lilo, um, after being woken up by the thruple. Is he trying to get a orgy popping? Ain't going. They getting woke up. And I'm
no,
first of all, I hate being woken up for no reason.
yes, like don't jump on my goddamn bed. Like please don't.
That pisses me off. Didn't somebody
Like
on Bad Boys Club jump on somebody's bed and then they got kicked off the bed or something like that?
they
I feel like that
did.
happened. Somebody was
Was
jumping on
it
somebody's bed.
was it BGC fifth? I think it was BGC the sister season. I
I
think
think it
Don
was
was
the
jumping
season.
on Jamie and Jazz bed and they like kicked her off or something like that.
Yeah, or vice versa. Somebody kicked somebody off the bed that
Yeah.
season. But yeah, that's kind of what
But
it.
yeah, I said fucking Lilo being like I guess scared out of his sleep in that damn pink bonnet, baby. It was giving like you waking up your mom to ask to borrow some money so you can go out. That's what it was giving.
It's definitely, it's definitely giving waking up your mom at like 8:45 to let her know that you missed the bus.
Scare him out here sleep, baby. I said this definitely Black Mama in that bonnet, baby.
Oh my
I
god.
said Lilo is a fool,
Yes,
a whole
there
fool.
it is. But yeah, I mean, I'm finding entertainment in the antics. I will say that I'm not completely dissatisfied with the show.
Yeah,
Which
there are
I
some
found
funny
it pretty
moments.
entertaining.
There
Yeah,
are some really like funny moments.
yeah, and then definitely check out our IG if you haven't already because I put some memes, some clips on there of the episode that resonated with me. But um, but yeah, I said not daring and encouraging alcohol dependency. You gotta take a shot. It's 9:14 a.m. I'm not about to take no shot right now. Like
But was calling Diego an alcoholic because Diego was drinking every morning.
exactly, exactly. And then it's like that's not even a shot. That's them like on the rocks drink. It's pre-game.
Mm-hmm.
So how is this a shot? Like not to be that person, but like yeah, it's not a shot. It's a mixed drink. It's a sip of a mixed drink. but um, I thought it was funny when I forgot who it was. I'm trying to think. I think it was either Tynell or Lilo. It was Lilo who picked up that bottle of Casamigos and was like, "Oh, we bought this yesterday. It's going already." I'm like, "Damn, it's like 8 of y'all. Didn't y'all like? Obviously, it's all super from the bottle. It's gone. Like
especially
it's
if it's like this,
eight.
baby. We go through like a fifth in like a day,
Yeah, it's
like maybe like a
not.
couple hours,
Yeah,
like
and it's 8 of them,
right.
and they all drunk.
Yeah, they
So
was just probably
naturally,
gone.
they
Yeah, that
all
was probably gone in like 30 minutes.
yeah.
Like yeah,
Like he was gagged, but
I wonder
yeah.
what they. I wonder what their like alcohol budget was, their liquor like budget was, like how much they spent
Interesting.
on
Did they
liquor
buy their
that
own
was supposed to
alcohol,
be in
or did
there.
they get an allowance? That's what I'm wondering.
Goodness,
But
I think my next vacation, I'm about to get so goddamn planning it in my head already, baby. So goddamn drunk that I can't get out of bed.
ooh, okay, just as long as what if somebody else is in bed with you? That's how drunk you got.
I knew you was gonna be shady. Who's in bed with me?
Consensually, I don't know.
Of course, it's gonna be
I don't know.
consensual because it's
Yeah,
always consensual.
it's
But
always.
who's laid up with me? Is it the son of redacted Combs?
Ooh, I would hope not. I'm JT
Well,
to the
you know I have
20.
ties to him, and I can't. Yeah, his father, his father. Like I don't agree with the things that his father has done, but I have ties.
Isn't
I
he
have ties to
implicated
the
in
family.
those things?
Both of them,
Isn't he an
honestly.
accomplice in some of those things?
Excuse me.
I'm just wondering because didn't they raided the whole house?
Because they were there, and they let him go, didn't they? You trying to be cute. You
I'm just
trying to be
saying.
cute. Don't forget,
I'm
bitch, you
just saying.
coming back to Detroit in August.
Oh, you got hands for me? Okay. You got hands for me? Over Jay Combs. Okay.
Anywho, no, yeah, my next vacation, I'm trying to be just white girl wasted.
Okay.
But
I'm
I'm not gonna be white girl wasted calling somebody else an alcoholic because they're also drunk in the morning.
no.
Like, no,
I
we're
said
not.
they could at least have some mimosas on some brunch. Like they could at least do some mimosas.
Very
But
true.
like y'all doing on the rocks like mixed margaritas. I don't know. It's bad boys. So like, but they're getting older. So I'm trying to see the
The evolution of their taste bud.
yes 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 yes.
That's
For
always interesting. Cause like we're older.
sure.
So to watch like the younger just generation in general to see like what they're drinking when they go out, it's always like y'all are really drinking that.
What are you
Like
drinking?
when I see somebody drink 1800, I literally want to hit them in the head with the bottle. Like
Well,
you are
that's because you drink too much
destroying
of it
all of your
at one
organs right
point.
now, and it's not worth it. It's literally not worth it, baby. You can power about 1,000 goddamn jumbo jets with a bottle of 1800. That's how disgusting and potent that shit is. Like,
Is that
and
how
to
they
think
get?
that I
Is that how
used
they
to
get spirit off of the
partake.
ground?
I'm sorry
You said you can fuel at least 10 J
about 1,000 jumbo jets
about 1,000. Okay, so
with a
is that how
bottle
they
of
fuel?
1800. That's just how disgusting and potent that shit is. Like,
Is that how they fuel the spirit plane? That's what I was wondering.
is that how they feel their spirit?
Is that how they fuel the spirit plane? I'm sorry,
Allegedly,
because
allegedly.
I'm just literally.
Don't have Spirit Airlines
I'm
coming out for you,
sorry.
baby.
This substance is this influence is beat my ass a little bit. I'm sorry.
Spirit Airlines
Um,
or the bag fee or the bag check is more than a
yeah.
goddamn airplane ticket. Airplane ticket like $30, so a bag check is like $80. Like it's
American
weird.
Airlines has never did me wrong, so that's where I'm at. But
I'm sorry, but yeah, it's always interesting to me to see like what the younger generation is like drinking.
is
Like
drinking,
I
yeah.
see somebody drinking like 1800 or Grey fucking Goose. Like,
Ooh, what's the Grey Goose? There's other affordable options than Grey Goose, for sure.
right?
Grey
It's
Goose.
always like, oh, poor thing. But yeah, they was
What are you drinking when you go out?
straight from the bottle. Ciroc or Bacardi Limon. Uh, Don't Drag Me, Amsterdam.
Aren't they canceled? Ain't that
Wait,
Redacted brand?
is that a Combs product?
I think it might be a Combs
I
product.
thought it was just Ciroc.
No, that's the Rock.
Okay, yeah,
Actually, that's the
see,
Rock.
I'm off
Yeah.
the Cirocs, but I can
Right.
still drink it straight or from the bottle. That's pretty much it. Bacardi Limon, Ciroc, Amsterdam. That's pretty much it.
You know what's crazy? I'm more of a wine beer kind of person. Like, I mean, I feel like when I drink hard liquor, it's like around other people. Or like when I drink beer and wine too. But I feel like I'm more likely to have a beer by myself versus drinking hard liquor. But yeah, I definitely like beer. I like Bacardi though. Absolute is also nice. I like Absolute, and I think it's gay like because they
Okay,
used to be featured on
I'll say
RuPaul's Drag
that.
Race.
I need to get into Absolute.
Yeah, before they dropped that T slur, and then they pulled out which period. Like damn with our community. Like
I didn't know that they were problematic, so no, I think I'm good on that
yeah.
bottle of Absolute.
No, they're not problematic. They pulled out of RuPaul's Drag Race because RuPaul's Drag Race used to have some, I guess, transphobic language.
Got you.
It
Okay.
was a sign of the time, and then they never evolved with the
Okay.
time. So then people were like, "Why are
Absolute.
y'all saying this?" Yeah,
Okay.
they absolutely pulled out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why they don't have the same deep into Drag Race lore. That's why they don't have the same. They used to have an after show where they're like drinking cocktails and they're drag or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. They don't have that as much anymore. There's no budget in it because Absolute pulled out. They used to fund it. Like, but
Goodness.
yeah. Rambling about Absolute Vodka. My goodness. But but yeah, they should have sponsored this episode for sure. I would have been here for that. But we basically get the last scene of the episode, which is the morning after the night before, and child, Darian was up early, and I thought he was gonna be making some like breakfast or something. So I was like, maybe he and Case got up because he was making breakfast after that night with Mom.
Very true.
So I thought maybe, but then I didn't see any food, so I was like, damn. But he and Lilo, oh, he wakes Lilo up, so like they're taking shots or whatever. And so was it Case? Not Casey. Who is it? That joined them? Marquise.
Yeah,
Marquise joined
peace.
them. And so they're all like taking shots or whatever. So um, Case comes downstairs, speaks to everybody, speaks to Darian. Darian doesn't say anything, or Darian does say something. He says like, "Oh, you want to take a shot or whatever." And then all hell breaks loose, and I guess Darian made a little slick comment. I guess something about like you flirting with other people in the house, but you say you want me. I don't really fully remember what he said. Or you mad that I'm flirting with people in the house because, but you're also doing it. And I don't know. I was just kind of like, can y'all establish what y'all want from each other? Because
Mm-hmm.
this arguing, I don't want y'all to fight. Because again, that would give homeboy domestic violence. So let's not do that. But I just feel like y'all are like arguing about what? Like, have y'all established what y'all want out of this relationship? If not, I feel like that conversation needs to be had, and I feel like that's why they keep going back and forth. But Darian definitely wants to be case by case. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he wants Case to want him more than he wants Case, and I feel like it's actually the opposite right now. And so that's kind of making Darian, a little liar, forgetting things that happened maybe a couple minutes ago, like forgetting forgetting that you literally looked at Case's hand and then ignored him, or um, what's the other thing? Um,
This episode where Case was like good morning and Darian was like ignored the good morning, was like, do you want a shot? And Case was like, well, you said,
right, okay.
well, I said good morning, and Darian was like, well, I said good morning too. And Case was like, no, you
Oh,
didn't. You just went straight to, do you want a shot? Like,
I mean, he spoke though. I kind of want to give him that because he at least he said something. Like he didn't just completely ignore you. He just said like want a shot. Like if I say hey and then you like want to watch a movie, like I'm not gonna be like you didn't say hey back to me. Like you saying
that's
want to watch a movie is like,
That's a little weird for me. Like if I say good morning, and you're just like,
so if somebody's like, if you say good morning, somebody says want some coffee, you gonna be like, say good morning back? Like,
yeah, I'm
why did
like,
you say good morning?
not tight about it, like, but hell, fucking, like, good morning, like, bitch, fuck the coffee, like, good morning, want some coffee, like, uh,
I feel like me saying something to you is like, good
you
morning. Like,
acknowledge me, but like, baby, I want the good morning, like, fuck the shot,
yeah.
like,
That's so funny to me because like I feel like if somebody did that to me, like I guess I can see where you're coming from.
I think it's kind of just like I guess like a respect thing. Like, of course, like you said something back, but if I say good morning, it's like good morning. Do you want a shot? Or good morning? Would you like a cup of coffee? Or like good morning? Like would you like to go get breakfast or
You
something?
want
Like
to hear her back, I guess.
yeah, like
Okay, I
not
can
good
see where
morning. Want to go get breakfast? Like I don't know. It's just a little weird to me, especially considering like Kay said that him and Darian have been, I guess, getting to know each other and vibing. It's just I don't know. Bitch, I want my good morning, and that's that.
Not just- okay, I feel like we took it different ways. I kind of get like when you explain it, like when I think about it, like saying good morning, nobody saying it back to me. I kind of get where you're coming from. So maybe because I was thinking of it from like my like me saying it, I guess you could say. But I can get like feeling away, like if somebody doesn't speak back to you, they just immediately just start talking to you. It's like they're ignoring your greeting, I guess. Okay, I
Mhm.
get it. Um, but yes, I guess lied about saying good morning. Say he wanted, ask him if he wanted a shot. Like I said, me personally, I feel like if I said that, I wouldn't mean any harm by it, but I get it if I was to. But I just said that I think Darian and Kate are too sensitive to be doing all of this. I feel like they both want to be hot boys, but they have. I feel like to be a hot boy and not be like annoying, like you have to just be able to like just live and just not really care and have your feelings attached. And I feel like they both have feelings attached, and it's just like then y'all aren't. Maybe y'all just want to be in like a monogamous situation. I just feel like the back and forth is unnecessary. But how do you feel about it?
I agree. I agree with everything that you said. Homeboy wants to be chased. I just wish Case would get out of the sand trap because this is what this is: quicksand.
Mm-hmm.
Mulatto is drowning you in the worst way, suffocating you. Yeah, get out of it. And that's all I have to say about the widow, the mulatto widow.
Yes. Also, I am so sorry. I did not even notice that anybody was in the chat. Um, but yeah, shout out to James Milton. Thank you for being here. They said that's called toxic, which I would assume you're referring to if you're still here. Darian and Hayes definitely giving toxic vibes. Um, or maybe you might be talking about Lilo and Justice. Who knows? At this Justice and Diego combo went in circles. Definitely went in circles. And that's why I'm like, they were drunk. So it's just kind of like, I want y'all to have this conversation sober. That way, like, y'all can really, you know, get somewhere with it.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Case. Um,
Hey.
said I had nothing to do with him saying good morning. It was because of the comment he made in front of everyone, but he didn't air it. Okay, interesting. Okay, I figured it wasn't the fact that he didn't say good morning back, but I also get that as well. Um, but yeah, they start talking about their situation. Um, Case is basically like we solved the issue that you mentioned, like that made me mad. You you saw that off camera, so why are you bringing it up now? And I guess Darian is like, well, I was joking. Darian was like, I was playing. You ever seen that Nicki Minaj clip when she's like on the sword? And she's
I
like,
haven't seen that.
I was playing. I feel like that's basically what he was giving. But like, I don't know. How do you feel about this love? It's not even a love triangle. This love situation. I'm ready for Justin to pop in. I don't know where he was during this conversation, but
And they say Justin got a man, so I'm wondering how he plays, how he fits
yeah,
into
I don't know. Maybe
this
they're okay.
puzzle. But Charles, you keep asking me to speak on mulatto, and I told you I have no words for her.
Here you go.
I'm just saying.
You are so petty, Mr. Petty.
Just,
Mr. Petty
you're
don't
trying to,
play.
baby. I, I, I might just send you like a soap mist can of dirt.
You said,
I'm
baby,
gonna
I
wrap
got
that shit
hands
so
for
pretty
you
and
in
tight. You're
Detroit.
gonna think it's a. I don't know what you're gonna be expecting it to be, but you're gonna open it and it's just gonna let off a can of bear mist for like a good 30 seconds.
You said I'm gonna be at your house as soon as you get there. I got hands and mates for you.
Yes, Case said at
Oh
him,
my
so
god.
he needs to explain this. I'm here for
Okay.
it. Come on the board.
Yes. Okay. Let me drop the. Let me drop the. Because I also have some questions.
Yes. Okay, Case, I'm about to come on the board. For the second time? No, I think third time. Cause we interviewed him and Calvin season 7, and that
Wow.
interview
Season 7 was a blur.
chaos.
It really was a blur. But like, shout out to him being one of our most viewed videos. One of our most viewed lives for sure.
Yes.
So shout out to that. But yeah, while we wait for that, to continue on with the episode. But yeah, they have this whole like situation about like how they solved the issue, but like now he's bringing it back up on camera. I just like when you on a show, like you got to be prepared for anything you just come out. Like I don't know, I feel like the off camera, especially since we know y'all situation. I'm curious as to. Ooh, you can what's up? Can you hear us?
I look a mess,
What's up,
but I'm
Case?
good. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what question you had to ask me real quick?
I had to ask you. I wanted to ask you about just being on the show and like so like I feel like we kind of talk about like on show versus off show situations, and I
Right.
just want to know like how I don't know like how much do you expect to be on the show versus off the show, especially like I guess being like you and Darian like your relationship being on the show and then y'all having conversations off show, which I get like of course y'all gonna talk from the kindergarten down,
We
but
had a lot of downtime.
okay.
So, like, there's a lot of things that have happened that people don't know about, or like situations has happened that wasn't on camera. Like, for instance, like us arguing in the morning, he made a comment that wasn't on camera, but he said it in front of everybody so the cameras could come out. That's why I was upset. Cause
Okay.
like I just feel like y'all friends, you know what I'm saying, in real life. So it's like, say if y'all having a conversation about something that y'all don't want to talk about in front of nobody, 'cause it's nobody's business but y'all's.
Yeah.
And say if Troy said something about it, but he made a joke about it in front of everybody, now it's hot and now everybody's in y'all business. You
Hmm.
feel me? So that's exactly what happened. So that's why I was upset. And I just woke up on top of that. So it's just like I just woke up, hungover, and you're making jokes about something that we agreed that we was gonna talk about. And you decided to make a joke about it and thought it was innocent, but it's not innocent because everybody's on it now. So that's why I got like that. And then the whole line about I said like it was just irritating me. It was just too much shit going on at one time.
Did y'all ever like establish like what y'all wanted out of the situation, like, or was it just kind of like a we still trying to figure it out?
It was more like a trying to figure it out type shit. Like me and Darian hung out like a few times outside of the show. I've known Darian for like years through Instagram, like when he was like engaged with his first man and stuff like that. Like I've known all that, you know what I'm saying? So we spoke, through social media or whatever, but this was like our first time like actually like filming together, being around each other for like a long period of time. Cause he did come out to my city with Alex and Jacob and we all chill out in New York and stuff like that. So there was
Okay.
opportunities that me and Darian could have done it, but the thing about it, how I was feeling in the moment. I don't like to chase people, so I feel like it was giving chase. I feel like it should be equal, but it was just a lot of little shit going on during the show that I just wasn't feeling. So that's why we was arguing, because it was like he'll roll his eyes, okay, cool, but he'll roll his eyes about something serious towards me, and I'm like, we'll argue, then talk about it. And then when he did it again, like during the game, it was just like, are you upset? Like, are you mad? Like, that's why I'd be like, what's going on? Because I'd be like so confused half the time because it just be random. Like the whole comment, it was random. Like everything be so random. That's why I'd be so like annoyed, because it's like I don't know where he's moving or how he's feeling or whatever. But there's a lot going on. Y'all not gonna find out until like later on the season, so I don't want to say too much. But y'all gonna find out why I was so upset.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how this is gonna end up. Cause y'all was arguing in that kitchen for a minute. I know they was ending when you had Lilo trying to like mediate the situation.
Right when he
Like,
was right when he like I didn't even ask him to do that. It was just like I just felt like everybody was there. Everybody knew I wasn't like tripping or crazy. So when he was saying that he did something, when we all know that he didn't, that shit like I just don't understand that type of like talk or
yeah.
like type of thinking. So I was just like, what is he getting out of saying that he did say, even though we all know that he didn't say it? You know what I'm saying? So that it was. I feel like I said in the episode, I was like, it's a mind game. I think he was playing like a mind game with me, but I'm not one of these people to play mind games with. So it's just like, because I'm gonna call you out, and I feel like that's what I've been doing. I'm calling him out, but I guess like to y'all, it's coming off being sensitive, but I feel like it's deeper than just like being sensitive. I just felt like I was doing me, and whenever I was doing me, I was arguing with another nigga about something about me just doing me. You feel me? Because if it was on the other foot, you never see me, doing it. But behind closed doors, it was done to me. So I'm just like, all right, so what's going on? Like, what we going to do? So we had a conversation off camera. Something also happened that we also talked off on camera, and then he made a joke about it. So, yeah, like, that shit was just a lot, and I just wasn't with it.
How much is the like off camera stuff versus like on camera? I mean, obviously they
Just
only
walked in.
feel for so long, but like, do y'all like? I don't know. I'm just trying to decipher like, cause it's like the off camera stuff is bleeding onto like on camera, and so it's
Yeah.
like us trying to like put the pieces together because we like, well, damn, I don't get why
and
they're
that's
mad.
and that's and that's the thing that I was just so upset about, because he made that comment. Now you making it hot, like it never, like nobody would have known anything about it if he didn't say anything. And of course, it's given, oh, your reaction. It's not my reaction, it's what you said. And that's the thing I just didn't like. It was like he wasn't taking responsibility, and it's just all on me. And I felt like that's not fair, because I'm not the one who brought up this conversation. You are. I
So
walked
since he
in.
already,
You said what?
go ahead. You said you walked in and what?
Yeah, like I walked in the kitchen. He said for a shot. I wasn't beat to take no shot, so like I was like,
Like
I'm
what?
gonna
9 o'clock
my
in the morning.
order. Mind you, I didn't even know he did the deal, because he didn't wake me up. I woke
Mm-hmm.
up. I was the last one to wake up, so it was like I didn't know anything was going on. I just thought everybody was just up, just chilling, but they were celebrating him. I didn't know that until he said something, and I was like, congratulations. And then you see me by the window, and then that's when he made his comment, and then that's when I said, say it with your chest. Like that's what I wanted him to talk about it. I was going to say something on camera about it. I was, but he said no, he didn't want to talk about it. Okay, then what was the point of making the joke? That's all I was saying.
So he said basically like from what we heard, it was like you're flirting with other people, but you're not down flirting with other people. So like, I mean, since it's already out there, do you want to address it or?
I don't want to address it because it's not going to come out until like later on in the season, so I don't want to
Okay,
address it right
I
now
see.
until you guys actually find out what it was. So I don't want to, I don't want to disclose that yet, because it's juicy, but it's also annoying. So yeah,
Okay, damn. Well, how you feel about Lilo and Texas getting into it, and just to
you know
kind of watch
what?
Lilo a
That
little
right
bit.
there was crazy, because everybody was having a good time, and the way the fight went, like when I was describing like Justice laughing and shit, because I feel like in his mind he thought they was playing, but when
Okay, we
Lilo
can
got
talk about play fighting
serious.
versus fighting. Yeah.
Yeah, like when Lilo got serious, then he was like, "Oh, okay, now we serious." But the fight still went the way I knew it was gonna go. But it was just like I just didn't think that he was gonna slap him. Like I didn't think he was gonna do that because everybody was chilling. So,
I
but
mean,
that whole
Lilo's definitely
Justice and
chaotic.
Lilo thing. Oh, it's not over. So
Yeah. Lilo is
it's
so
not over.
chaotic. Like, did you expect this type of Lilo like coming in? Because he wasn't this tame, or he was tame.
Honestly, from like what I said in my confessional, like Lilo definitely shocked me because, like I said, this energy that he's giving on the show now, he wasn't giving this when I first met him. So it's just like seeing that change. Like even though now that in the first time, like we was against each other, now we're kind of like we're not friends, but we cool. You know what I'm saying? No issue, nothing like that. So I can actually talk to him. He actually talked to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. So I was actually like, this is kind of interesting, but I'm actually proud that he's not the same person he was 2 years ago. So
Me.
that's all I can really say. Like he's still the same, but in a lot of ways he have changed. So yeah.
Okay. You got the situation with Darian. Is there anybody else that you develop a situation with, or is it just Darian? I know we saw something about Justin in the trailer, but were you just when you saw Darian, were you just thinking like that's who you're gonna be with? Or did
No, honestly, I didn't like. My thing is this: like, for one, I live in Jersey. He lived like all the way in like upstate New York, like far as fuck. So it's like even if I wanted to like be serious with him, I don't do long distance, and I'm not about to move my life for him, and I don't know him like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's
right?
like I don't rush into things, and I just felt like I'm just having my fun, but I didn't expect him to get upset when I was having my fun because when he was doing him, I ain't say shit, but when I was doing me, he had something to say, so we had a conversation, cool, blah blah blah, and then all this shit blew up, so that's why I was just like, it's me and him arguing. Yeah, it's giving like I guess some type of sexual tension, but I had many opportunities to do that with him when nobody around and we still haven't. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted it to be mutual. I'm not a chaser. I don't chase people. You either want me or you don't. And I just felt like he was playing like cat and mouse games, like I said in the show. So I
What
just
do you
wasn't with
think
that.
is different this time? Because you said y'all had opportunities before. Like, what do you think is different now besides the show?
I think the
The
thing is
feedback is good.
different is because there's other people now involved, and there's like more people like in the circle. Like my best friend's there, his friends are there. We're all staying together, so it's going to get a little mixy because I'll say something, then he'll say something. Shit go around. You feel me? So it's just like that's the only difference,
Okay.
and I just wasn't with all that for real. But me and Darian don't got no issue. Like me and him are cool. It's just I just wasn't. I just wasn't feeling it. Like whatever was going on the show, I just wasn't feeling it. Like it just wasn't saying right for me, and it has something else to do with somebody else too. So it's just like y'all gonna find all that out like later on in the season.
Ooh, so get messy. Is
Yeah,
it a love triangle, or octagon? Can you tell us that? Um,
I would say a. I ain't gonna say love triangle, but I'm not gonna say it's not either because it's like kind of, but it's just like niggas ain't with that. If that makes sense.
okay.
Like you trying it, but niggas ain't with it type shit. Like, nah. So
Ooh.
that's what it's kind of given. But when you guys see the episode and how he put it out there, y'all can determine for yourselves what it give. But from my end, like my end, I just feel like it was about to get there, but I wasn't feeling it from jump. So it was like it's not no. Mm-mm.
Okay. I don't want to be messy, but do you know Maj and D? Like, how close
I
were they?
never met D.
Never
I
met
never
them.
met Maj. I spoke to D more than I speak to Maj. Me and Maj probably had like one little interaction on Instagram, but I'll comment on D stuff. D will comment on my stuff. So, but other
Okay.
than that, I don't really know them though.
Y'all are like, y'all
And
are
that's
not
another
the
thing too.
same.
I said a lot of people was like, "Oh yeah," like because Darian's a cool person. You can get to know him. He could be a fucking brat and it could be annoying as fuck, but he's a sweet person though. But the whole, I told him I don't want to be like in that category of like DMIs because I'm neither one of them niggas, and y'all got different relationships with each other, and you already been seen with two. I don't want to be number three, so that's why I wanted to like. If we was gonna do that, that shit gonna be off camera. It's not gonna be on that. But
Okay, I see. I
yeah,
see.
I like to keep my shit private, so that's more of a reason why I was pissed off that joke was made because like not everybody in my business. And now I'm pissed off about it because now I gotta explain myself. So yeah, I ain't like that. And the fact that he put me in that position really like made me look at him like, yeah, that's not wrong with you. Like, why are you playing with me? So
Do you think like on camera is kind of like not a not fake, but just kind of like a story versus like you genuinely? Because we see the scene with y'all in the club together, so that kind of gave me vibes that y'all were at least like more into each other than y'all were into other people in the house, and y'all have like a connection, whether it's going to end up platonic or sexual, whatever. But do you think like that scene made me think that y'all were more into each other? But do you think you were more so painting a picture on the show, and then like behind the scenes, you're like, I really actually like you, or is it something different?
um well that scene was forced on us for one.
Okay.
That
I
shit was
mean, yeah,
forced
I
on
can see
us.
that. Yeah, y'all got that club and the songs are
I
really.
mean, I was with it. It was like, nice little hot tub, whatever we drink or whatever. Darian really didn't want to do it. It took like him forever to even get in the tub type shit. But I mean, I guess like we giving the audience what they want. Like there is some type of attraction between me and Darian, but I didn't know how strong it was, and I'm not about to look here and look dumb. You know what I'm saying? Especially like I'm looking at reality, and I'm also looking at TV. Reality, we live nowhere near each other. We are two different people. We live two different type of worlds. You know what I'm saying? But on TV, we get along. We cool. Like we got some type of things that like common and stuff like that. But I don't like to mix my real life with TV. So it's like I'm not really like with all that. Like, but I don't think like for real, I didn't think me and him was gonna be like boyfriends or nothing. 'Cause it takes me a while for me to get there. Like I don't just like just automatically like fall for you. We didn't even have sex. So it was just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very sexual person and me and this dude never even had sex. So it was just like that should tell you something right there. You know what I'm saying? We've been in a room alone together multiple times. We even slept in the same bed together, and neither one of us made a move. We just went to sleep. So it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. So I never thought like me and him was gonna be boyfriends. I just want to see where it was gonna go. But he's a Cancer and I'm a Capricorn. We are not compatible at all. So it's just like I could be sensitive, but Cancers are crybabies. My little brother's a Cancer, so like I know that shit firsthand. So it's like, y'all crybabies. Y'all get on my nerves. But I'm gonna try it. Change it. Nah.
Darian do be giving Brad vibes. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah, and he said
he
that's
has
his
different sides to
personality,
him.
and that's why I was saying like I don't know much about him, so that's why I was like, we can't like be boyfriends or like y'all make y'all little jokes about put a ring on it because it's just like I can't put a ring on a stranger.
Yeah, I mean, I know that. I feel like a lot of reason why y'all are arguing so much is because y'all don't know each other.
Yeah,
And like, even if y'all like, even like whatever y'all doing, I feel like if you knew each other more, like it would be
yeah. I
more.
feel like if we knew each other more, we knew each other's flaws, is like cons, pros, whatever. I feel like it would have been a lot smoother. But I didn't know that sometimes when he don't get his way, he could be a little bratish. I'm not into that's a big turnoff for me. So it was just like when he was doing that, we just laughed. Like me and Justin saw him do it, we just laughed. Like we just laughed. It was just like it's funny because it's just like I never seen a grown man be bratish. You feel me? So it's like it's different. So but yeah, I just didn't like it. So but the thing is everybody in the house was saying that about him. But I feel like I was the only person who was real enough just to say it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, I like. I have. I feel like part of Darian I like. Other part, he has his ways, just like everybody in the house. I guess.
Yeah, everybody got their ways. Like
Yeah.
how people see him on TV is not how he really is in real life. Like some of that shit is real. Like he can be annoying. Sometimes he can be bratish, but he's not like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like you can actually talk to him. You can actually like vibe with him. He's actually a vibe for real. But it's just alcohol get involved. No.
Yeah.
That shit can be
That's
annoying. I'm not gonna hold you.
So would you say you were closer to him in the house or Justin? Who were you more talking to?
Closer?
Or not talking to. Yeah, like who did you hang out with more?
Oh, Justin for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I was speaking to Justin earlier today. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like me, we're like when I say we're real life friends, like we're real life friends. Like me and Justin got there together and left together. So and we have the same room and we had our own bathroom. So it was just like me and Justin. It was me and Justin the whole entire time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, team. Troy, did you have any questions? I know we were speaking on Darian, so you were going to say this is
No,
a
I just
question
wanted
for
to explain that a little further because I knew a lot of people was like confused on what we
yeah,
were actually arguing about, and it
right,
definitely wasn't about the good morning. It was about the comment that he made, but he didn't air it, so it was just like it's just making it seem like I'm arguing with him about the good morning shit. I can give two fucks if you say good morning.
right.
So it was the comment he made, and it was just like, bro, like now everybody on our dick, and look, now we about to find out what's
You
going to
just blew
happen
up the
later
spot.
on.
Well, thank you for clearing it up. I appreciate you coming on our platform and letting us know what happened.
Yeah, of course. I've been watching like every last review I had.
Oh,
It's
appreciate
interesting. It's
it.
cool.
Well, you know,
Nah,
to
it's cool.
stay
Like
away.
honestly, like y'all are watching a show. Y'all can only go off about so much. Like y'all don't know everything because like we filmed like for like 6 to 7 days, so it's a lot that happened in those 6 to 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
Certain people didn't stay long. Some people, so it was just a lot of things that was going on. So that's why I don't necessarily get upset. It is what it is. I just want to clear things up because you guys are not the only people that like felt that way about like y'all didn't know what was going on type shit. So I just
Yeah,
wanted to clear that up because like I don't want to make it seem like I just be like at people for no reason because I'm really not like that. Like you have to give me a reason. So
yeah. I knew there was something that was happening that we didn't know was happening. So
yeah.
I'm glad you came in and filled it in.
Yeah, that's just the beauty of reality TV. Like,
True. Yeah, yeah.
like
You don't get to tell your own story.
I'm the same way with baddies sometimes. Like something
Mhm.
happened, you did certain shit on TV. Now I don't like you because of what you did on TV. But you
Yeah,
probably had a valid reason on why you did what you did. So you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
there's
And being
always
in that
something.
house, being under the influence, I'm sure that changes how you feel. Too.
Yes, and honestly, it's so bad. It's really bad. Like it's terrible. Like
Yeah.
I really cut down from drinking for real, for real. So I was mostly smoking all the time. Like I had my own weed when I was there, so I was just smoking my own shit. Of course, I would drink, but like I wasn't drinking like that. I wasn't.
Yeah, that
But that
doesn't.
costume party when Lilo and Justice fought, I was drunk as fuck. That night I was fucked
Oh
up.
my
That's why
god.
the next morning y'all saw me looking like all sluggish and shit. Cause I'm like, bro, like I'm tired as fuck. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you was
Niggas
back
just
in that
got hot in
blanket,
the
like
morning.
I said, he is out for the count. Oh my god.
And I already know that joke y'all made like on our season in season 8 about like everybody drinking liquor. I'm like, nah, not me. I want water.
You don't want it. You're like, I got my food right here. I am
I was
not
like, nah,
doing
where my water at? I was
this.
looking for my water.
Before you go, I have a question about because one of the funniest scenes to me, actually the funniest scene to me this episode was you in the closet with am I giving an echo? Can y'all
No,
hear
I
an
can
echo?
hear you.
Oh,
No, you're
okay.
fine.
Well, one of the scenes was you in the closet with Kynell, Lilo, and Justin.
What
Like,
are the fucking odds? Would y'all ever believe that?
I don't want to say how funny it was because it was what they were saying and then you and Justin's reactions. Like every time they would say something crazy, yo would look at the camera like, like I
On
don't
some real shit, like I'm not gonna hold you. I was really spaced out majority of that time they was talking. Like
know.
even when they was talking, I was talking about how good I was looking. So it was just like a lot going on. First of all, we
Oh,
was in
y'all
that
was looking at
confessional. That
yourselves
was like our first
in the
confessional.
camera.
And we was in there for like a minute, so it was a lot that we was talking about. But he when he like talked about the justice thing, but when they were talking about justice, it was just like in my head, I'm like, I don't want to listen to this. Like,
Yeah.
like justice is cute, but he's not my cup of tea. Like, I don't want to hear
Right.
about how big his dick is or whatever. That's why I made the comment about how good I look because I'm like, I don't want to hear that.
It was getting like, whoa, I'm surprised, but I didn't want to hear it. Especially in Justin's face. It was like, oh, okay, like maybe me and Kay should go. Like maybe we got to have Justin.
And I think that confessional was done before they even fought. So yeah, because
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That
So
makes
they didn't even fight yet. So
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, they ain't fight yet. That's why we were so shocked. Like when I heard, like me and Diego was literally down. Like this nigga had me downing a whole like Corona bottle. That nigga a pro. I can't do all that. I did halfway. Nah. Me and Diego, we are the only ones in the kitchen. Some people was upstairs, and majority of everybody was like by where Justice and Lilo and them was.
Mm-hmm.
All I heard was I said, hold on. I heard a smack,
That
and
was
I hear Justice say, like he's laughing, like smiling, saying, okay, like taking off his shit. So I'm like, what's going on? So I'm thinking they joking because Justice is smiling. And then he's fighting Lilo. I'm like, what the fuck going on? Like, are they playing? Are they serious? They was playing until Lilo, I guess, heard me say he was laughing. He felt some type of way. His mouth was bleeding, so he disappointed again. Like, I mean, I guess rightfully so. Like, you know what I mean? But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, just the fact that he was a referee fighting.
I just thought they was playing. Like, I didn't think they was.
I thought they were playing too. I'm not gonna lie, or I thought it was serious at first. But then when Trey said that they were playing, I was like, okay.
think it was all fun and games until Lilo felt like he lost. Yeah. So then it got serious for him, and then Justice just kept the same energy he had before. Like he's gonna laugh and still fight you, I guess. So that's why I was like, this nigga crazy. Like he's literally laughing at this man while he fighting him. Like that is crazy. I've never seen that in my life.
Wild boy, definitely a wild card. But yeah, thank you so much for coming through. Definitely welcome back to the platform anytime.
Oh, of course. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have a good night, Case, and we will see you.
You too. I'm about to go.
Have a good night, Case.
All right. Yeah,
all right.
Bye. Okay. You really are Mr. Petty. Mr. and Miss Petty. Not you being just completely silent as you talk about Darian. I'm getting the key. I'm getting the key and the kiss. And you're just like, that's the Gemini energy in you. You said.
Listen, I'm just I don't have any more energy or thoughts or opinions on.
Yes, I get it.
Shout out to Case though. Yeah, shout
out to Case. Thank you for joining the platform. Shout out to YB because I feel like he always says that. But yes, this has been our review of episode 8 of Bad Boys Club Reunited, entitled Fallout, right?
Yes, Fallout.
Okay, cool. I got a good memory. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Definitely check out our other stuff. I want to say it here real quick before we go. We definitely want to be more consistent and give people a time to expect us. So I know we be on CP time, but we're trying to get it together. So we're definitely gonna do Wednesdays today, and then Saturdays. So definitely gonna look out Wednesday and Saturday for our live or an edited video. Is there anything you want to say before we head out?
Just want to say shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to Case for coming through, clearing some shit up. Definitely looking forward to the rest of the season now. Shout out to Gemini Films. Everybody stay safe, stay cool, stay hydrated.
Not to cut you off, I wanted to highlight Made in Birmingham.
Malik, right?
Malik, yes. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. He said they were playing. Honestly, I remember everybody laughing and joking. They were laughing until they were serious.
Essentially, it was a good day in the park until it wasn't.
There we go. But yes, I cut you off. But yeah, I just wanted to say shout out to him. But
no, I just want to say shout out to everybody that came through. Everybody have a good night. Stay safe.
This is Vicky and Carrie. We're Ricky.
And we Carrie.
I'm Damon.
I'm Troy.
And we will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Peace.